Hey guys, and welcome back to the MobiChef Mukbang. For those of you that don't know what a mukbang is, it's just a fancy word for crunching on some food, smacking on some food, and slurping on some drinks. And if you're cool with that, welcome on in. So we're gonna get right into this, but before, if you're listening to us, thank you for listening. And if you're watching us, thank you for watching. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and all of our social media. We love new followers. We thank you for that. And we're gonna get started, man, because I'm just so excited right now. We got food in front of us, we got drinks, and this person over here, man, goes way back with me, and I'm just happy she said yes to come to the show, man. So I want to introduce this woman, and let's get started with that, all right? All right, so today on the mukbang, we have Miss Gail Bean, man. Gail's an actress, she's a philanthropist, and she's just flat out killing the game right now. I mean, like, when I tell you, actress and just the way she's come up, I've had a chance and had the pleasure of watching her journey through social media, and just even knowing her before that has just been something special to see, and to see someone's growth and how they evolve. She's still the same her, but she's somebody totally different now. So she has a nonprofit right now going on, a foundation called Dream Above the Influence. I apologize about that. Dream Above the Influence, right? And so with that, she pays homage to her sorority, Delta Sigma Theta, yo to the noops that's out there. So you can donate $1,913 as she's sponsoring 22 young women every year with scholarships for school, right? So if you guys support those types of things, make sure you follow Gail and find out more about A Dream Above the Influence, all right? So let's kick it back in. Let's welcome Gail Bean to the table. Gail, how's it going?
Hello, it's going well. I am happy to be here. Let me tell you something. I walked in and jaw dropped.
Yeah.
Like, just everything, the whole setup, the chef, the food, just the entire vibe was just...
Yeah. Welcome to the
I'm
clubhouse.
proud of you.
This is the clubhouse, man. This is something that I dreamed of like so long ago. I created the idea in like 2016. So the concept was MobiChef. It's a booking platform for chefs and caterers, and now entertainers and cleaning services, as well as bartenders and mixologists, as you know, just everybody, whoever you want to find. And we actually have a celebrity pastry chef that we'll be talking with soon.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. So you know, it's just a place, a one-stop shop for you to be able to get all of your booking needs. So if you're getting married, or if you're having an event of any kind, you just go to MobiChefOfficial.com and you can just book a chef. We make it as seamless as we can. Mm-hmm. We communicate with you because we love you, mm-hmm. and we want to show you how we feel about you, and that we actually, you know, care about your event and what you have going on.
Now let me ask you a question. For people who are interested in booking, do you ever have like MobiChef events, like a taste testing? You know how they have Taste of Atlanta,
yeah.
Taste of Georgia, Taste of Chicago. Do you ever have where they can do like mini samples of all the different chefs?
You pulling my secrets out there.
Oh, yeah? My bad.
So you know, I'll tell you. All right, since it's you, I'll tell you. Right.
Okay.
All right. So we do have.
Since it's me and everybody watching.
Right, and everybody watching. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about you.
Okay.
All right. So you get this. Everybody else just get a chance to listen. They're flies on the wall right now.
Okay.
But yes, we are working on something where we'll be the preferred vendors. So all roads for vendors and food will lead through MobiChef. So we're working on that right now. We have had and launched some showcases where we'll feature like 1 to 2 chefs. Mm-hmm. So surprise, at the end of the year, I don't know if you're going to be doing anything in October. We're going to be having a gala here, our very first one, and we'll feature about 5 to 6 of our chefs, and you'll be able to taste all of their food and just kind of experience MobiChef in a nutshell, the MobiChef experience, while we're donating to some good causes and you know, having some fun. So definitely, hey, Dream Above the Influence may have to be the official sponsor, you know. Hey, we're looking for a partnership, you know, we'll make that happen. But yes, we do have that. We are very excited to be doing those types of things, mm-hmm. because it gives us a chance for the brand to just get out there, and that's the whole purpose of it. Just building your brand like you did as an actress. Like me, it's about MobiChef. It ain't about Chester. For you, it's all about Gail. I love that. So, you know, you mind if I ask you some questions while you're here?
Come on, let's get into it.
All right, cool beans. All right, so now I just want to ask you, what can fans expect this year from you? Now, I've seen some stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got Both Eyes Open right now. Tay Diggs killing. Oh, Lord, Jesus. You don't win.
Am I supposed to eat yet?
Oh, you good. You're good. You want to go there?
This good food was sitting in front of me.
Man, listen.
Okay, I was like, let me just try a potato real quick. He won't know.
We going to pause for the call. I hope the chef doesn't get mad at you. Buddy Love, what you got for us today?
What's going on with you? Today we have a cast iron pan seared filet mignon, oven red skin potatoes, and seared asparagus. We're gonna enjoy this meal today, and what I'm going to do, I'm gonna show you step by step how we get it done today. First, I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping my fresh herbs, and I'm gonna set some aside together for garnish. I'm gonna start right now. Let's get into it. First thing I'm doing is prepping my herbs here. We have some fresh minced parsley. Then right now we have some rosemary, fresh rosemary. We're going to use this right here and using for cooking with the filet mignon. And I also have some fresh thyme here as well. Is we're going to pair together, and I'm going to use some garlic herb butter for finishing off the filet mignon. And then we're also going to go ahead and season up this for the red skin potatoes. We're going to add some fresh rosemary and some thyme in there as well, with some olive oil and some dry herbs as far as garlic, salt, pepper. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to make it real simple. We're going to do the same seasoning for the filet mignon, and we're going to do the same seasoning, salt, pepper, and garlic. SPG, we're going to do the same seasoning for everything. But the finishing off is going to be the fresh herbs and the butter. And it's going to be a real clean plate. It's going to be very healthy for you. It's going to have low carbs on it. It's almost like keto, but not quite keto because we have those potatoes in there. And let's go ahead and start talking about how we're going to do the filet mignon. If you know anything about beef and the cuts, it also depends on where you get the cut of beef from. The filet mignon is around the shoulder of the cow. That is the loin area. It's a short loin, actually. It's a real tender cut of beef, so it doesn't really require a lot of marination or tenderizing. It's already naturally tender cut of beef, and so we just need the simple ingredients on there. It's going to be salt, pepper, garlic. It's very important to use something like a kosher salt versus an iodized salt. We want a flake salt, or maybe even a lava salt or a black salt. Start looking at different types of salts because it also does a lot for your meats and your proteins and your vegetables, okay? We're gonna go with a real simple oil because we want our cast iron really hot, okay? So we're gonna use something like a grapeseed oil. I'm using beef tallow. That burns at a high point, and it's also the flavor because it's natural beef fat and it's a healthy fat versus a man-made oil. Then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna hand do the red skin potatoes. These are nice petite potatoes that I cut in half after I washed them, and we're gonna season them with a natural oil, an extra virgin olive oil, a cold press. And then we're gonna season again with salt, pepper, and garlic. Now this right here for a color, I'm gonna just add some smoked paprika. We're gonna preheat the oven on convection bake or roast, depends on your oven. So I'm gonna use convection roast, and I'm gonna set it for 400 degrees on a flat sheet pan. I'm gonna line my flat sheet pan with parchment paper or heavy duty aluminum foil. The reason why, easy cleanup, okay? We're gonna go ahead and season those potatoes. We're gonna put them skin side down to crisp them up, and then we're gonna turn between the cooking process so they'll crisp up. We're also gonna do our asparagus, excuse me, our pan grilled asparagus. We're gonna wash those. We're gonna trim the edges at the bottom. We're gonna blanch those. We're gonna get the boiling water, and we're gonna blanch it for about 2 or 3 minutes, depending on the size of your asparagus. Then we're gonna remove it from that boiling water. We're gonna put it in the ice bath, and that's gonna blanch it, shock it from cooking. Then we're gonna dry it off. We're gonna use some extra virgin olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, finish it off with some garlic butter or something like that, some fresh rosemary and thyme. And then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna plate that. We're gonna get into that later. But right now, we're gonna get right now into the filet mignon and how we break it down. First of all, we already told you about the cut of the beef. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you how we actually get it prepared for cooking. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna pat it down with a towel, a paper towel, to get any excess liquid off it. And then we're gonna coat it in a little lighter bit of tallow is what I'm using. And again, we're gonna season it with salt, pepper, and garlic. While you're doing that, you wanna preheat your cast iron skillet. You want it on a medium high or a high heat until it gets a high, so you start seeing your cast iron smoking. And that's when we're gonna add in our beef tallow. That's what I'm using, or you can use, again, a grapeseed oil. It's great for high heat cooking. And then we're gonna sear that filet mignon on both sides for maybe about 2 or 3 minutes. We're looking at an eternal temp of 130 degrees or 127. That's gonna give us a medium rare. That's what we want today. Now you can always cook it under that temp or over that temp. You pay for it, you cooking it, you do how you wanna do it. But over here we're doing medium rare, medium well, okay? And next, we're gonna go ahead and show you how we're gonna do these potatoes step by step, and then we're gonna get back into the asparagus. Hope you enjoy it.
All right, so welcome back, guys. Hey, Buddy Love, this food looks delicious, man.
It tastes delicious, too.
Gail already went into it, so when you see her again and talk to her, make sure you get it, man. But let's dig in. You can try some of the asparagus. I'm going to try the steak, though, because you already done went in on that. It's tender. As soon as the fork went into it, I like it dropped through. It wasn't no well done or, super well done, all that stuff like that.
Don't judge me. Okay, you said this year.
Yeah.
What do I have this year?
Yeah, what do you have going this year?
Okay, so far I've had 2 projects released.
That you can talk about.
Harlem. So I was in season 3 of Harlem. That just came out.
That
was first off. I auditioned. This was season 3. I auditioned every season for Harlem. Never booked it. So finally, to audition on the last season and really go out with a bang.
Yeah.
And a much bigger role than all the other parts that I auditioned for. It was just like heaven sent.
What? That's cool, man.
And then everybody over there at Amazon Prime was great.
Yeah. Okay.
Nikki's at Amazon Prime.
Okay. So
Nikki is a lady who went to college with us.
Yes,
amazing
indeed.
woman.
Nikki Foreman, shout out to you. So cool, man. Harlem, I was like, all right, I see you, Gail. I don't watch a lot of TV shows, and it's because you stay busy doing things, but when I do, I try to check some things out. I just haven't checked out Harlem yet. I seen you were on there. I was like,
oh, it's good.
All right, let me check this out now.
Now, it'll appear it's a female show, but it's not. It's a show for all the genders.
Okay.
Like
Now you're gonna have to
everybody will learn something from it.
Okay.
And then the men and the women kind of have like a debate.
Yeah.
On who's right and who's wrong. Who makes a relationship a situationship or toxic. Why people don't work out and why they do.
Okay.
So that came out. Also, Both Eyes Open. It's a feature film that.
That's one with Tay Diggs in it, right?
It's with Tay Diggs. It's with Mac Wilds.
Okay.
Joy Brunson, Christy Leverett. Amazing people.
Yeah.
It aired on Stars. It's on Stars Network right now. Okay. And not only was I the #1 on the call sheet.
Yeah, y'all were hitting it. I seen it.
I also executive produced and produced it.
Yes, you're on the producing side.
Yeah, so it was nice to be on the other side of the camera as well. Yeah. And shout out to Rodfather Productions because Josh and Rod McClure were just amazing. I would love to partner with them on future projects.
So I'm parched, man. I've been eating this food. I said I want to see what pairing they had for us. So I just want to talk to my bartender for a minute.
Okay.
Hey Morgan, what are you stirring up for us today?
Great question, Chester. So today we're back in the MobiChef's Clubhouse. I'm your bartender Morgan, and today I'm going to be making my fresh key lime mojitos. I'll start by putting my ice in the cup. Next, I'm going to give you about 2 ounces of white rum. I know the count for 2 ounces, guys. Don't worry. All right. Then we're going to put in about a 1/2 ounce of the simple syrup. Add our sweetener. And I have the special ingredient. It has to do with lime juice, guys, but that's all I'm going to tell you. Those in there. All right, 2.5 ounces of fresh key lime juice. And next we'll add a 1/2 tablespoon of our heavy cream. All right. We'll shake it up like so in the mixers. And while I'm doing that, I'll prep the glass that my drink will be going in. So I line the rim with the little crushed graham crackers. It's gonna make it really, really good. Yeah, it's getting y'all ready for some key lime pie. Okay, so we have our graham cracker crust. Then I add some more ice to my cup. And I have just added in my fresh mint. Where else do you get fresh and nice sweet drinks? Only here at MobiChef's Clubhouse. Now, as I pour my cup into my drink, I prep to add 1 more leaf, mint leaf to the drink, as well as the rest of my ice. Here's that. I'll add a lime pinwheel for the garnish, and a fresh mint. If it stay in there. And a fresh mint leaf. And there you have it. There is a key lime mojito.
Thank you, Morgan, for sharing that with us. The drinks look good. You know I love what I love. And I want to see what Gail's response to the ingredients that you put in here, especially that secret ingredient that you had. So let's give these a shot. You ready for that?
Mm-hmm. What are we toasting to?
Oh, man. The good life and
good life.
prosperity, you know what I'm saying, and success. All right? So get that a little good slurp. Oh, man. I love me a good old-fashioned, man. I tell you. Oh, man.
That's good. I'm trying to figure out what the ingredients are.
Yeah. So, you know, you eating good.
it?
You eating good. Yeah, nah, you ain't get it.
I get it.
You'll be all right. I should have let it sit there. You would have been a meme for sure. Is that a mole or a piece of garlic? So tell me what you're tasting in there. Talk to me about your drink.
Man, I feel like my palate isn't.
Run the tongue around.
Mint, clearly, because I see.
All right, you see the mint, right?
Kiwi?
It might be some coconut.
Coconut?
I think she has some coconut in there.
What? No.
Try it and see.
It's split. You while it was sitting and waiting.
Oh, okay.
You got a graham cracker around
Let
the
me see.
rim. Yeah, mix that
And there's
thing
no
up.
coconut in yours, baby. Yours a virgin.
Mine a virgin.
Oh. Well, you didn't get what I had before we
Oh,
got
okay.
started.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Now that hit different. Maybe it's some. Is it some ginger beer or is it tonic?
I can't remember what.
I
she
don't
had.
know.
She had some secret stuff in there, so she didn't want to share that. But
That's a nice little concoction.
yeah, maybe she'll tell you later.
Okay, I like that. She's a part of the MobiChef team too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, she is. So now here's come the time. You got to name your drink. What you gonna name your drink, Gail?
I'm going to name my drink Sneaky Link because
Sneaky Link.
it's a little.
I need a story behind that. Why you gonna call it Sneaky Link?
It's just unexpected. I'm surprised by
Okay,
it. So
okay.
it kind of like
Understood.
snuck up on me. I didn't know what I was getting.
Sneaky Link.
I didn't expect to love it.
There you have it. Sneaky Link. That's Gail's drink. If you want to know how to get that made, be sure to reach out to Morgan, our bartender and mixologist, and you can book her at the MobiChefOfficial.com on our website. So, good deal. So, you told us about what to expect this year. Man, A1.
You said it, and I was like, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's tender.
Yeah.
It's seasoned. It's not too salty.
Yeah. Keep going with it, man. I love it. I don't usually delve into potatoes and things like that, but I just think that, just for the occasion, man, this is Gail Bean, guy.
It's all It's all paired really well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You can't beat a good steak and potato.
Everything is really good. I've tried this.
Oh, Buddy Love done got me with some more hot stuff. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man, you done got me. You done got me again. Last week it was, it was some cabbage, I believe.
Oh, yeah, cabbage.
He threw crushed red pepper in there, and I'm not going to tell y'all what happened, but Lord Jesus almost lost my life again. Before that was a habanero pepper, but he didn't do that. That was somebody's mama. Set me up for an okie doke. So what would you say was your what was your first role? And then tell me about your breakout role.
My first role was my first role that people don't know about.
Okay.
Was a feature film called At My Moo's Feet. We shot it in Louisiana. I was with Lord, what is his name?
It's okay to smack and talk, just so you know.
God rest his soul. He passed. He was on Martin.
Tommy Ford.
Yes.
Tommy Ford or Tommy Michael Ford.
Tommy Ford. Rest in peace. He played my father.
Oh, wow.
I was his illegitimate daughter. And that came from a connection I made here in Atlanta.
Did he have a job in that one?
He was working. He was getting some money.
Okay.
He was supporting the family.
Indeed.
And I played his daughter. People don't know about it. It was really great. I worked with Lord. What were their names? I think they were called the Jones family. gospel group.
Okay. Like some sisters or brothers or?
Sisters, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Don't judge me. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, go. Feel free. Right ahead. I'm gonna smack me on some more food here, man.
Gospel group.
I love asparagus, but not what it does to you afterward.
Forever Jones.
Okay.
That was the group. Forever
gospel
Jones.
group.
Yes.
Forever
And
Jones.
they were in the film. It was myself. It was a rapper in Louisiana. It was Tommy Ford. So that was my very first project.
Okay.
I did not audition
nobody
for
know
it.
about it.
Nobody knows about it. It's called At My Moon's Feet. And it was a really good film. I think it might have went straight to DVD.
Okay.
So it probably was like sold in Walmart.
It was filmed in Walmart for real.
No, not filmed in Walmart.
Sold in Walmart. I was like, filmed in Walmart. Tell me about that. Huh?
And it was just a pleasure to be able to work with someone of such caliber.
Yeah.
For my very first project.
Right. Like out the gate.
And then.
Like you are here with me.
And then my breakout. I've had a couple of breakouts.
Yeah.
So my very first time on television was Insecure with Issa Rae. Season 1.
Okay.
I did 2 episodes. Season 1, I played Rashida Dada.
Yeah. They did. I remember seeing some shout outs on that on social media. I remember seeing
that was that. I was like, oh my. But it was funny because it was everybody's like first something.
Yeah.
You know, she
Right.
came from the YouTube of Misadventures of the Awkward Black Girl. So everybody was risking and putting their all into the very first season.
Yeah.
I mean, in every season too, but in that season, everybody's like, okay, we got to give it all we got because we might not get renewed. We might not.
I understand.
So there was that, and then what I felt like was a really good breakout. 10 Boys in the Hood, RIP.
Yeah, indeed.
Getting to work on Snowfall. That felt like another breakout role because now I'm in multiple episodes, multiple seasons. And then from there, another breakout to me was being on P Valley because now people were seeing me and knowing me and loving me as Wanda. And now I get to show them a different side. So I get to do like versatility and show diversity.
Oh man, one of the scenes I seen with your character Wanda, because everybody talks about that. When I was telling people, hey, I got Wanda coming, man. You know, you ain't Gail Bean, you Wanda, because you owned that role, man. But when you were on that detox and Buddy had you chained like Black Snake Moan, like Samuel L. Jackson had that, what is that, Christina Ricci or whatever, or Lucci, whatever her name is. But oh my goodness, I'm like, get out of here. Yeah, I'm like, Lord Jesus, she looking for another hit.
Look,
man.
black people didn't know. We didn't know rehabs.
Right. And just sweating it out, man. So how did you get into like the Belko experiment? What was that about? Because I did watch that movie, man. I was
the Belko experiment was amazing. James Gunn, Greg McLean, just everybody. Tony Goldwyn. Yeah. Everybody over there, hands down, phenomenal. Yeah. I actually auditioned for another role. Yeah. And I got cast for the role, Leota Heineck. Leota is the name of James Gunn's mother. So that role was special to him.
So it was okay. Yeah. Wow.
But we went over to Bogota. We shot in Colombia for the summer. It was so much fun. None of us spoke any Spanish. Maybe like 2 people.
Did you learn any while you were there? Though?
Yes.
You had to speak to the cast.
Let me tell you. So speaking of food, all the time we would go out to eat. They gave you so much food. I would always say para llevar. That means to go. Like I want to take it to go. And they was like, if you don't leave with no other word, you gonna leave with para llevar. So that was around the time. Who was LeBron? They were in the playoffs. It was LeBron and Curry because we would go out. We were like such a close knit cast. We would go out, watch the games at the little bar around the corner. Yeah, we had a blast.
Man, I think I have to visit Colombia, but I don't know. I might get in trouble out there.
Nah, you got to visit. Try the food. Enjoy.
I visit for the food. Just the scenery because I've only traveled to like Japan, which is like if I had to live anywhere else other than the United States, I'd probably go to Japan, man.
Okay. The
culture, the people. I mean, it's just they bow, they thank you. They love and hate Americans over there, though.
Love and hate.
We had somebody. I was in the Marine Corps at the time, and we had an old man spit at our feet. But when we toured the Shuri Castle, the students there actually bowed to us, and they were saying, domo arigato, which is like a deep and sincere apology. And so they would bow, and they would do a deep bow. And I was asking their teacher, I was like, what's that mean? And they were like, well, basically they're thanking you for sparing their ancestors' lives, so that they could be here today. And they were. That's where the sincere thank you and the apology and thank you came from. And it was just like, wow. And Gomen Asai is Domo arigato is thank you, and Gomen Asai is I'm sorry. So when they did that, it was just like, wow, man.
Yeah.
And as a Marine at that time, as a service member, it just felt good. And I just love Japan. The McDonald's over there was on point. I ordered like 2 Big Macs because they're made to order.
Thank you for your service, too.
Yes. Oh, it's my pleasure to serve. For all the guys out there, all the vets, thank you for serving. I can't wait to serve you guys in a special project that we have coming up here soon. All right. So let's talk about this personal journey. How did you get into acting? What made you want to do that?
My senior year in high school, I graduated from Stevenson High School.
Right.
And I took a drama class, which they do not need to take the arts out of school.
Yeah.
Because it is so therapeutic.
Right.
It helps us mature and develop as youth.
I understand
And it's an outlet.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I took Dr. Narker's drama class at Stevenson High School, and it just blew my mind of the community, the self-expression. It just opened me to a whole new door of opportunities that I didn't even know was available.
Yeah. I get that.
And I was like, oh, I love this.
Okay.
I want to, I have to, I need to do this.
Understood.
Now, when I came to BSU, though,
I was getting ready to say, I remember seeing the actress at BSU. Man.
nobody knew. I didn't tell anybody.
Okay.
Because I knew I was going to college for something I could get a job in.
Yeah.
My parents were very strict on like education.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, cool. I gotta go to school. Might as well cheer. Might as well pledge. Might as well enjoy it. I did student government. I didn't do any acting classes in college. I took 2
We had
that
a great
I
art
felt
program, though. I think it was,
we did.
theater,
I
yeah.
just didn't partake in it. I took voice and diction, and I took public speaking.
Okay.
But that was my major was accounting because I knew I wanted to own my own production company.
Understood.
Yeah, so I have a bachelor's in accounting.
Accounting. I failed accounting twice.
What? I loved it.
School of Business, man. Hey, I can't even remember his name, but I took the moment he said debits and credits were opposite of what they actually are in the banking world. Like for me putting my debit card in and pulling money out, man, he lost me. He lost me. Only thing I understood was general accounting principles. That was it. Gap.
Yeah,
that was it. That's all I understood. And after that, I took it again somewhere else. And I passed, and I did the same thing with accounting too. It just took a little while. I guess I just had a longer learning curve with that. But
math is my favorite
it.
subject.
I did I love math because it's finite. It's resolute. Like you can actually. There's gonna be a solution.
It makes sense.
And I'm a solutions-based person, so for me, it just made sense. And I love finding solutions. Science, that's more so the creative side, but it also has origins. You know what I'm saying? You can define things with science, but history, I don't want to get into all that. I could go all day on that. So, was there ever a moment where you actually wanted to just say, when you were acting, like you just said, bump this, I'm not gonna do it? Tell me about that.
20. It had to be 20. Maybe either 2014 or 2016. I called my brother. I boohoo crying. Let's see. Hold on. Where was I living? It had to be 2014 because I was living in Glendale in my studio. And I called my brother. I was crying. And I was like, I can't do this. It's so lonely. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm not getting anywhere. And I'm coming back. I talked to him on the phone. I mean, boo-hoo crying. Like, you would have thought somebody murdered my, husband and baby. And I was just like, I can't. It's so lonely out here.
Yeah.
It was very, very lonely. And I was just like...
And you were in Glendale, Arizona?
Glendale, California.
California, okay.
It's like where all the Armenians are.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's not that many black people.
Understood.
And in California, it's not as welcoming. So here in the South, if you in eye distance, you speak, you do something, you acknowledge a person.
Right.
You talk to people just because
So
they're alive.
Right.
You're just kind.
Yeah.
There's manners.
Yeah.
They don't really have that as a second nature there. So not saying it's not there, but it's not second nature.
I understand that.
And I just felt like a fish out of water. I was like, it costs when you go to the grocery store, you need a bag for your grogroceries. It costs.
Yeah, I did experience that when I was in LA.
You
I
buy
was at
water.
Target. They
Extra
charge
cost for the bottle.
25 to 50 cents for it.
Yeah.
But you can reuse the bags. I mean, I get it, but come on.
It was
man.
just, it was a different experience. It's
Yeah.
traffic all day.
Yeah.
The cost of living is crazy.
Yeah.
And that on top of all of the things of like loneliness,
Mm-hmm.
like not, people are very transactional. So what can you do for me? And,
Oh, man.
you know, so I called my brother and I was like, I'm coming home, crying. Like, and he told me no.
Yeah.
You know, he played D1 ball. He went to University of Alabama.
Okay.
He's played football all his life, so he was used to having to go and be away from family. And I was in a relationship at the time, so I just felt like I was sacrificing so much.
Yeah.
I was away from my friends, my family.
Okay.
I had nieces and nephews growing up. So I was ready to quit.
Yeah.
Like, ready to quit, didn't want to do it no more, didn't care. I'm cool. I will work a $7.35 an hour job. Take me back. And he wouldn't let me.
So it was your brother that kept, yeah.
It was my brother.
So speaking of family, I mean, I see the, you know, Mitchells are born winners. I follow that because you've always been that you've exuded and you represented your family well. Even in college, you know, you were Gail Mitchell. That's who you were before you became Bean. Which I was talking to some friends and they you know, I heard your story of the origins and they were like, they told us who named you. I was like, oh wow, that's go figure, man. Like, that's pretty awesome. So tell us about that. Where do you come from? What is your pedigree as far as Mitchell? The name Mitchell.
My mom always said money will take you, manners.
Money
Sorry.
too. But
Money will take you a few places, but manners will take you places money
Gotcha.
won't.
I got you.
So I always try to, you know, be very respectful, acknowledge people. I come from like real deep South.
I got you.
So I've been in Stone Mountain I moved here when I was 3 years old and been raised here all my life.
Okay.
But my mom and dad are both from this small southern Georgia city called, my mom's from Woodbine. My daddy
Georgia?
is from Woodbine, Georgia.
I don't even know where that is. I ain't been to Georgia that long, but like that. But
My daddy is
enough.
from Kingsland, Georgia.
okay, that's out.
It's all the same county, Camden
Okay.
County, Georgia.
Okay, right there.
You know Camden County is a football team.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Camden
They were
County High
raw, man.
School, yes. That is 15 minutes from Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
So 15 minutes from
Yeah.
Duval.
Yeah.
They used to go across the line on Sundays to get
Duval.
alcohol.
Okay.
So
That's
I
not
come
bad.
from this big family, close-knit,
Yeah.
who is very supportive, who is very religious, spiritual based. Keep God first.
Understood.
Family is all you got. Family will be there when nobody else will. So I come from this solid foundation of like, it's very Southern. God, faith, and family.
Understood. I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that. So
And that's kept me through.
and you know, again, I see it and it lives well in you, man. Like you've represented, you've never had, you know, you always hear things about people, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And I've never heard anything outside of you want to be an East Sider. You know, it's always been good things. You know what I'm saying? I forgot that you were a cheerleader. I played football. I think you weren't cheerleading by the time I started playing. I was playing football at VSU, but nonetheless, you know, I ain't getting no burn out there. It is what it is. Shout out to the Blazers though.
Shout out.
So I got another question for you. In your journey to it, you know, becoming an actress, if you can name an ingredient to describe your story, what would it be?
If I could name an ingredient, like a food ingredient?
Yeah, you could say it that way, or it could be like what, you know, you develop, but you can describe food if you want to.
Resiliency.
Okay. What food do you think would be resilient? I don't know. I mean, you know, that if you tried it, it comes back and gets you every time. It never gives up on you. Mine is a pepper. Peppers are resilient.
Ooh, I would say seafood.
Okay.
I absolutely love seafood, and you can different occasions. Seafood is good for you can justify it for any and every occasion.
Yeah.
It's resilient. You can have
Understand.
seafood for fine dining.
You can.
You can have seafood in Italian dishes.
Yeah.
You can have seafood.
I
You know what
get
I'm
it.
saying?
I see
Like,
it. Now I'm starting to see it.
It's
Okay.
It's resilient.
It is. It's everywhere. It could be in a low country boil.
It can be
You know
in a
what
low
I'm saying?
country bowl.
Even in a cup of noodles.
It can be in a cup of noodles.
Yeah, you know. Okay.
So
I
you
can
see,
see that.
you can have it fried. You can have it steamed.
Ain't that something?
You can have it sauteed.
Any kind of way you want it.
Yeah.
Even raw.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
raw.
if you
yeah.
got the right person making that. All right, so I want to switch gears. We talked about film, you know, and the fun you've had there. Before I get into that, let me ask you this real quick.
Yes.
What was the best meal you had on set?
Oh. You know what? I've had some really good meals.
Uh-huh.
But something that blew my mind that I never expected, Lord.
Outside of this,
this is
I'm just
amazing.
I'm just saying.
They were amazing. So he worked on P Valley season 2.
Yeah.
Food phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like every day though. Not
That's
just
that Buddy
on
Love,
Fridays, but shout out to Buddy Love.
Yeah.
But every day was hands down phenomenal. But one thing that I never expected that I tried for the first time on any set was ceviche. And that was in California.
Okay.
We were on the set of Snowfall. They made ceviche from scratch, and it was just like, it had
Fresh.
seafood in it.
Yeah.
And, I was just like, I don't think I eat that.
Y'all not
They
gonna
were
cook
like,
this
just
or
try
something?
it. And it was just so good. I've never had a ceviche that good since.
Oh wow. Oh, you ain't had one then. So I'm born and raised in Miami, Florida, right? Mm-hmm. So we grew up on conch and what they would consider a ceviche. We just didn't have the fish and all that. It was just straight. It was conch salad, conch fritters, all that good stuff, fried conch, cracked conch, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. And I go to the Bahamas, and when I get to the Bahamas, they catch the snail, the conch snail, right out the ocean. They bring it out. They crack 3 little holes in it. And they pull this snail out, then they pull this little small thing. They almost do it like this piece of food here. Mm-hmm. And they say, the man said, that's aphrodisiac. He said, make you odd. He said, make you strong. I was like, let's go. But that was probably the freshest. He made a conch salad right there on the spot. Same thing. I had it twice in the Bahamas like that. And, I had a couple of ceviches, but if it's made right, you tear it up, man. So shout out to that conch salad, that ceviche, man. I love it. I can't wait to have me some more. So, all right, so pivoting, getting away from film, and we've got a lot, and everybody that pretty much is watching and listening, they know about you, right?
Okay.
Because that's what's happening right here. Everybody knows about Gail Bean, but I want to talk about this philanthropy. Tell me more about the Dream Above the Influence.
Okay. So Dream Above the Influence, I've always had a passion for philanthropy. I'm a Delta.
Right. You got
as
to.
we know.
Service.
So service, and Atlanta is our pilot city because I'm from here. We focus on mentoring the youth, exposing the youth to experience that they don't know about, and just ensuring that they're aware of all the opportunities that are available to them.
Understood.
Our current program right now, because we do 4 annual programs that we do every year. Right now, one each quarter. So the first quarter we did She Has a Dream Too, which is a pun off of Martin Luther King. I Have a Dream.
Right. I love that.
Yeah, we do that during Women's History Month, and we're now in quarter 2 right now. So this is when we do our scholarships.
Okay.
We have a scholarship, All
Is
of
it
My
a
Love
fundraising,
scholarship.
or is it, you're saying you're doing scholarships?
We do scholarships. So All of My Love scholarship, of course, Delta.
Yep,
All of My
yep.
Love. 22 recipients, graduating seniors of Metro Atlanta.
Okay.
They will each receive a scholarship in the amount of $1,913.
Understood.
So
Is that male and female, or is it
male
just...
and female?
Okay.
Graduating senior.
I thought it was gender specific, being that it had the connection to your sorority.
No, we explain everything about it and why I chose that name, why there's 22 people, why the amount.
Of course.
But right now, it's just a graduating senior. You don't have to be a male. You don't have to be a female.
Okay.
Because everybody can cherish a Delta.
Yes.
Whether they are man or woman or cat or dog. And then quarter 3, we have Well Read, Well Spoken, where we're trying to really push, incentivize learning. Because when I was coming up, I don't know if any of y'all remember, but we used to have where you read a book and you can get a free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Read a book, get a pizza. What you know about it?
And I think that's why a lot of us are very well read,
Yes,
and very
indeed.
well spoken, and very literate.
They've stopped incentivizing reading. That's a shame.
They have stopped
It's
it.
sad. Just like the art and theater, taking that stuff out of schools, and you're focusing more on sports, which I don't know. I'm the athlete. I'm the jock. I'm the jarhead. I'm the double dumb guy that decided to do all of that instead of getting into the arts and instead of getting into the speaking and things like that. But for people that are still wanting to keep hope alive, I admire that. But continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. We so Q4 we do this program called Project 404.
Okay.
Where we provide 404 youth in the city with winter essentials, from shoes, sweat apparel, top, bottom, scarf, socks, gloves, hat, and a winter coat.
Okay.
And we do that in October because in the winter months, that's when expenses rise because obviously it's cold.
Right.
You also have the holidays of Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we just kind of want to relinquish stress from the parents by trying to decide if I should get my child a coat or if I should pay this bill.
Gotcha.
If I should feed my child because also they're out of school because of the holidays.
Gotcha.
So now they're at home, they're having to eat. So we try to just kind of relieve that financial burden.
Understood.
Excuse me, of families.
You got a little drink right now. You know, it come up on you.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much what we do. And then we have other different projects that we do throughout the year that change year and year. We collaborate with other programs, other nonprofits.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So how can a nonprofit or a business or an organization partner with you and reach out to you on that?
So we have dreamabovetheinfluence.org.
Okay.
If you go to our website, and it's spelled exactly, literally correct.
Dream above the influence. Follow my lips.
.org.
.org.
If you put in .net or .com, you will not find us. So dreamabovetheinfluence.org.
Okay.
We have a contact page. We have a donation page. We have an events page. All of the things are there. It tells you what we're about. We're a 501c3. So also, we're tax deductible. If you want to donate.
You want to get rid of some money? Send it over to Dream Above.
Instead of giving it to the government, give it to us.
Exactly. If you're going to give it away. All right. So let me ask you this. Is there a way that you'd like to incorporate like food and fine dining with your organization and your nonprofit?
Yeah. So with the
She Has a Dream.
No, I'm telling you, it's two ways. When She Has a Dream too, we introduce women to the young women, young adults, to career paths that they could have. And then they have a program where like that's their mentor. And then the 5th week, because it's a 6-week program, or is it 6 and then is it 8 weeks or it's an 8-week program? I'm sorry.
Okay, gotcha.
So we have 6 weeks where they meet with the person, meet with whoever it is that they're shadowing.
Okay.
Just like virtually. And then during the 7th week, we, myself and Tia, she's the creative director of Dream Above the Influence.
Outstanding. Shouts out to Tia.
Shout out to Tia. We host a meeting where all the girls come together and they go through this course of like etiquette and professionalism and speaking and direct eye contact, all of the things before the 8th week where they actually go shadow the entrepreneurs. So the first 6 weeks, we do like a job fair. We kind of introduce them to different career choices that they could have. And then they pick and choose who they want to shadow, who they want to meet with. And then they'll start meeting with them on a weekly basis virtually. And then the second program, which is All of My Love, we do a dinner. We host a dinner where the recipients come and their families come. And that's when we give them their check.
Get that food.
They have to dress up nice.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
we issue them we give it in person instead of it being lost in the mail or anything.
That.
Because we would like them to all come together before they go away to college.
It's like a special touch. I like that. I like that.
And they have to dress business casual. We take photos. They get to meet other recipients because they're not all from the same school.
Right. But they may end up at the same school.
They may. Right? So it's a nice little intro, like pre-intro to college, what it may feel like.
I think that's pretty cool. I seen that just this past weekend with some young men. There was a gentleman by the name of Neo Davis.
Oh, nice.
And he flew in some young men from like different parts of, looks like the East Coast, but mostly Philadelphia, and rented out Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Corvettes, police escort from the airport to a location, took them to Milano, got them a tailored suit, as well as some other gear like a hoodie and t-shirts and things. And I mean, this was all dope, and it was all part of his foundation. So shout out to you, Neil, for doing what you do.
Shout out to Milano. They gifted a lot of coats. They donated a lot of coats for our Project 404.
So Milano just isn't picky about that. They hooked you guys up too. I mean, it kind of is picky. It is Gail Bean, but
But all things are. We make sure for Project 404, everything is new because we don't want anybody underprivileged feeling like they just got the leftovers.
Hey, man,
so we make sure everything is.
Now.
I know. That's how. Look.
Couldn't be a hand-me-down,
but
especially if it was good quality.
They probably done had only hand-me-downs.
Of course, you want to show them a different side of life and some fun things there. So I get that. All right, so talking about your legacy, what do you want to when people say Gail Bean or Gail Mitchell, however they know you, depending on what part of life they know you in, what do you want them to think of? What do you want them to remember?
My spirit.
Okay.
My hard work. My faith.
Okay.
I'm very much, don't make an excuse, make a way.
Okay.
I want them to be able to provide examples and say, man, she really is that person that makes it happen.
Yeah.
She really is a person who will encourage and inspire any and everybody she comes in contact with. A stranger, someone she knows. I want them to definitely say how much, like, I love all ethnicities. But
as we should, though, right?
We should.
We should.
As everybody should.
As we should.
I am very intentional with vocalizing how much I love Black people because
Gotcha.
I feel like people don't tell us they love us enough
We
out
don't
loud.
get, we don't get enough love. We don't.
We don't.
I don't. You know, that's a whole nother conversation. We don't get enough love, and we don't show each other enough love. For some reason, it's hard to figure out why we, as a race, ethnicity, if you want to call it that, continue to pull one another down, not cheer and root for one another, not find ways to boost one another up, and to find a camaraderie, to find a reason to, let me find a reason to support you. Let me find a reason to help you. Let me just say hey on the street to you. Let me just speak to you instead of I'm angry today. Exactly. Like we all need that. We know what we go through every day. And I remember there was a time, even before me, I was just watching movies and having grandparents and parents and things like that. You see things, and uncles, you know, they grew up in those times where everybody knew everybody. They knew your mama was, your brother, your sister, your cousin. You got in trouble, you got 3 whippings before you even got home, because when daddy got home, you got whooped by him too. You know what I'm saying? And that was a time, that was a tribe, right? That was when people were, you know, looking out for one another because they knew we were going, common suffrage creates common bond. I ain't gonna tell you where I got that from, but you understand.
I already know.
Yeah, you know, right? So, you know, we do these things and then we get lost in it because we want to succeed. We want to be better than the next Black person or light-skinned person, because that's how they got us divided, right? We Black, it's light skin and dark skin. Come on, man. We Black.
I say as Black people, we are most overlooked.
Yes.
And most ostracized.
Yes.
So
indeed.
I want to be the one that is like, when it comes to Black people, that I'm, in my mind, I'm like, I want it to be that we were most loved.
Yes.
And we were most looked after.
So
I contribute my part to do that.
Okay, I get that, and I'm glad, and because you're doing it, right, and you're living it. It exudes through you. I see it.
Thank you.
I see you. How can you describe, just for those that are looking to get into your industry, how would you describe your journey in the industry, being a Black woman and a minority? I mean, you have so many things against you that people can use and kind of get you out there, but you're breaking through it, man. I mean, like you're pushing through. Ain't nobody stopping you. Why?
Yeah, well, I mean, because probably I don't look at being a Black woman as a minority. I look at that as like a superpower. Like, there are ways that we can come from. Mindset is everything. So we can come from a place of the underdog or a place of defeat, or we can look at it and say, okay, they don't really know that much about a Black woman because they're not that. So I could just show them the ways of the Black woman. And sometimes you show a person and it's obvious.
Okay.
Sometimes you show a person in way that is your super. Sometimes I show the superpower of being a Black woman in a very obvious way. Sometimes I show it in a roundabout way.
Gotcha.
Sometimes I show it in a way where they think they discovered what a Black woman is on their own.
Yeah.
You know, it's the art of war.
I get that.
So in my industry, I kind of try to always think from a positive mindset. Like, okay, just because you said no, you protected me, cool. Cool. Okay, thank you.
I like that.
Now let
so
me
you
figure
take
out how
to
protect myself. But just not coming from a place of this is a bad thing, and coming more so from a mindset of everything happens for me and this is for my good.
I understand that. Outstanding. So tell me, just where can they find you? I know they know how to find you, but how can they find Gail on social media?
I gotta say one more thing.
Oh yeah, please do. Give me some. Give me some. Leave the sister
when it
with
comes
some.
to this art, like making it about the art, right? If you do good work and you constantly do good work, it will come. I know sometimes Black women are like, oh, well, I did this and it's not, but maybe it wasn't your turn. Maybe what you did helped another Black woman.
Yeah.
You know, maybe what you did helped someone else, but you, like,
Be the example.
I've been
be
in
the change.
auditions
I understand.
where it's like I didn't, like I said with Harlem, I didn't book it until the final season. So they're gonna have doubts where it's like, okay, she did great in this audition, but is she a series regular?
Gotcha.
Can she go to set? And sometimes it takes time for them to have faith and truly just trust you blindly.
Gotcha.
With a decision, and it's okay. I think we cannot get weary. We cannot take it personal.
Gotcha.
Like, don't get weary, don't take it personal, and don't give up.
Okay. Good deal. All right. So, again, social media, like, how can they follow you? We need to get Gail up to 1 million, y'all. She need 1 million followers and 1 million subscribers, man. Let's support this Black woman. This is a sister, a great one, and an influential one. So how can they find you? How can they connect with you?
All things Gail Bean. On Instagram, it's Gail, 2 underscores, Gail _ Bean.
Extra.
Somebody had my name and I tried to reach out and ask them for it. They just
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever.
Understood.
So Gail _ Bean. On Twitter, Gail Bean. On Facebook, Gail Bean.
Of course.
I think it's Gail Bean on TikTok. I'm not as active, but I'm gonna
Hey,
get
don't accept no
active.
new people on Facebook. The people that know you're not, just keep.
I'm not
go
accepting
ahead. I was
nobody
gonna say,
else on Facebook.
lock that down, because I feel good that at least Facebook we got something.
I've been
'cause we
stopped
lose you
accepting
everywhere
people on
else.
Facebook years
Yeah.
ago. Dream Above the Influence on Instagram is Tia. What is it? Is it just Dream Above the Influence on Instagram?
It is.
Dream Above the Influence on Instagram.
Okay.
On Twitter is DATI. I think it's _org. But that's how you find me. I'm here. I'm around you. Also, I live in New York, so in Flatbush on the streets of Brooklyn.
Oh Lord, now she a New Yorker, y'all. She done went from an East Sider. So on my East Side, she's still cool. All the East Side ATLians, man.
I'm forever.
I understand.
East Side.
And I see it in your roles, man. Like, I see your character portrays, like, you push that through. Like, no matter what, the Gail that I knew and learned in college is like, okay, that's still you. That's your character. It's just like I tell people, Denzel Washington. He, same thing, like, you can see there's a part of him that's real in there, and you see it. And I think that's part of what is giving you that success. Some people are just putting on and they're truly acting. I had a guest on here before, one of my good friends named Travis Presley, which I love to connect you guys. But Travis said he went to Tasha Smith's School of Acting, and she would tell them, she would stop them and she'd yell out, "You're acting, you're not being." Which means more so, hey, be who you are instead of acting. That's what you sell. Because if you're acting, it's just to put on, and you'll be able to tell that you're reading from a card. You're just scripting, things like that. So, last thing, I got a couple questions for you. Just quick stuff. Okay. But I need you to put some food in your mouth. You got to fill your mouth up with food. We smacking and we talking.
I got to fill my mouth up with food.
Oh, you got a last piece of steak. You done tore all of that.
Because I think I might.
You done tore everything up. So that means that this food is good.
Yeah.
This food is good.
Okay.
All right. So, hot or cold?
Hot.
Tea or soda?
Oh, tea. I don't like soda, but I don't like tea either.
Yeah. Night or day?
Night.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
All right, Gail. Well, our time here is up, and unfortunately, your time on the MobiChef Mukbang podcast is up as well. All right, listen, thank you for coming. I appreciate you so much. Best of luck to you in all of your endeavors. And we and I, as in all these people out here and these viewers and listeners, will be watching, all right?
All right.
So,
I will be watching.
And don't forget, we bring you back at some point, because this ain't the end of the road for you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? There's more to the MobiChef Mukbang podcast, right? There's other things like your roles that you get. This is the biggest one that you've gotten so far. But, it's going to be bigger than this. But there's a lot more success ahead of you, and I see it. Saw it, the feistiness, you're relentless, and all of that starting to show, and everybody's starting to see it, and they love it.
Thank you.
Now I will tell you this just real quick before we go. They love them lips. I think it's the lips that get you casted the most, man. I don't know what it is.
I think three of my projects. They mentioned my lips on 4, because Insecure mentioned it, Snowfall mentioned it, P Valley mentioned it.
Yeah.
I think Harlem mentioned it.
I think it's just like some people have those things. Jonathan Majors has the nose. Like, if Jonathan Majors had a different, like a Michael Jackson nose, I don't think he'd be cast in anything. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, nonetheless, no matter what it is, it's something that God gave you because he knew about what he was going to do and what his plan was for you.
Okay,
Man.
I
So I
receive
love
it.
seeing it. And the last thing I want to touch on, you mentioned transactional. I live in that. I live in transactional. We all play the We FM radio, right? When you sign a contract or you say yes to a role, what's in it for me? You want to know that all the time. So if you deal in good things come back to you. If you bless somebody, you're gonna get a blessing. It may not be right then and there, but because it's a transaction, eventually something comes back to you. So continue, doing. I know you spoke to it in a different way, but it is transactional. Everything that we do, whether it's a give and take and ebb and flow, it's energy transactions. We exchange energy, like, hey, we mad energy right now. We exchange energy. We bouncing off of that, right? But if not, it's just that thing. So just stay operating in that transactional zone. Continue being good to people. You've been good to me. You've been good to the people and the listeners and viewers. And thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, buddy.
Buddy love. Boy, you been getting some shout outs, lady, boy. Hey, look, we gonna kill that.
You see my plate? There's nothing.
You're the first person to finish your plate on the show.
What?
I'm about to be the second.
Thank you so much. Nah, for real, this is
Good
I'm
deal.
happy to be in.
Good deal. And we're out.
And we out. Continue blessings.
Yes, indeed. And we're good. I think we hit right on. I'm a little over 5:30 or 3:30. I know you had a little time there. Are we good, Miss Steele?
It is serious, bitch. Yeah, you know what? This is what Downstrong need. They need them. Need that right there.
Hungry for a meal like this and an experience like this? Book one of our chefs today at MobiChefOfficial.com. MobiChef brings the flavor, and all you have to do is get started. So visit our website today, and thanks for watching and listening.